Hey, good morning. It's Wednesday, October 18th, and we're going to solve today's New York Times crossword puzzle. Hopefully, we're going to solve it. Today's puzzle is constructed by Joseph Ganji, who I don't know. I don't know what he's all about, but I bet it's great. Fun week. I did a live solve on Friday right before I went down to Boulder for the University of Colorado football game, which ended in devastation. We lost in double overtime at like midnight. It was rough. Probably the worst live sporting event I've ever been to when it comes to the outcome for my team. So, anyways, but having some fun at Vail this week, and then I'm headed out of town on Saturday. I'm going to squeeze in another live solve probably Friday or Saturday before I hit the road. So, winding down for the fall, and I'll see you guys again in December when I get back. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and solve a puzzle. Hope your week's going well. Hope your hump day's humping you right. So without further ado, let's do it. Hoping for a theme here. Rent in the garment district. Is that like the show Rent? Tuna type is probably ahi tuna. Amount on an invoice could be the sum. Maybe not. Nickname for young Skywalker is Annie, like Anakin. So interesting, I've got two things filled in, Ahi and Ani, or Annie. The Great Depression for one was an era. Get in a twist. It could be like in snarl or something. Get in a twist. This is ache for. Chopping tool. Well, that feels like an axe. Get in a twist. I don't know. A foosball apparatus is a. It's like a net? No. Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to witness something extraordinary that has never been seen or attempted before. Interesting. So we do have a theme, it looks like. Probably. Get out of a tangle. Like escape. Charlotte's Web monogram. That's who wrote it, right? Is it? I want to say like E.B. White. Is that like a thing? Is this a B? A yoga posture is an asana. A unit of doubt. A sliver of doubt. Relating to city life would be urban. A twisted tangle. There's a lot of twisted stuff here. Name seen going down the drain. That's probably Ajax, the bathtub cleaner. A drum type could be a Congo or a, what is this? Applications used. So a drum type is a. Samba's not a type of drum, is it? I don't think so. Snare drum. There we go. Camila Cabello's Never Be. I'm going to guess that's same. That seems like it would be appropriate. Get more. Kind of belt. Orion belt. Patrick on the 92 Dream Team, Patrick Ewing. Interesting thing about Patrick Ewing, so Bill Simmons, who's one of the great sports writers of my or any lifetime, has a thing called the Ewing theory, and it's based on Patrick Ewing. Basically, like when your best player leaves and you get better. So I'm glad I don't have a theory like that named after me. Sorry, Patrick Ewing. Name that translates as people of the standing stone. I have no idea. It's like, well, it could be like druids, like Stonehenge. Divine or digital representation declares, like says so. Groom and board would be a pet spa or a dog spa, potentially. I'm going to say this is pet, and that's water ski. A vegetarian's demand is no meat. Bio and chem students program. The spell is cast. Don't blink or you'll miss it. Huh. Bulldoze is like to raise something. Not as well would be like iller, perhaps. Pepper and others, Sergeant Pepper, like from the Beatles. Sheltered from the wind, a lee. Thank goodness the southern portion's working out here because I was getting a little concerned. Bet more than is like outdo or raise. There you go. A bird revered by the Maori is a kiwi, right? Modern initialism when skipping text. Tell rat. All too easy. Oh, too long, didn't read. TLDR. What a server may serve, like meal menu. Recycle bin on a desktop is an icon. Oh, let's see. What do we got here? 507. So pretty reasonable first pass. Got a lot filled in, but I don't really know what's going on with these longer connected answers. Garbage. This doesn't feel right. Straightened out. So like Ajax is wrong for sure. Ironed out. What was this? Garbage. Like some hair and seas. Like wavy. I don't know. A chopping tool. I'm still not sure about that one. Hell of a poem is Inferno by Dante. Overfamiliar in a way. Hospital sections. Could be ERs, ORs. It's got to be ending in S, right? Etta James from Jazz. Grande, Ariana. From Etta to Ariana. So delish. Nom. Foosball apparatus is a row? A rod. Brainstorm is in... Oh, to brainstorm is to ideate. Don't love that. That's snot and tisks. What do we got here? Doing something extraordinary that has never been seen or attempted before. Something first time for the first time. So this must be a hoe, right? And a twist, contort. Over familiar, like forward, could be. Yeah, and then E.B. White. What is this? Visual representation. Visual representation of this puzzle's trick. Is it a tie bar? Fee and ERs, there we go. Tie bar feels kind of right. Oh, and this is reorder. I don't remember something white. EE white, perhaps. But it doesn't seem like it'd be tib bar, so considerable as a sum. Sunfish with colorful gills. Echo effect is reverb. Captain's mate. Is that like a coxswain? Smitten with. So this feels wrong. Smitten with will be like into, right? You will experience a great and unexpected surprise. Something amazed. Be amazed, right? Still not totally sure what's going on here. A Miller offering as a light beer. Tastes great, less filling. Miller Light. Presto. It's magic. So that's my revealer, I guess. Back of the neck is your NAPE grad school. Rogers co-star in top hat is Astaire. Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire. His name translates people to standing stone. Like Oneida. Must be Avatar, yeah. Tailcoat, vest, and bow tie. Well, these are pre-med. Tailcoat, vest, and bow tie. Oh, apparel. Stop talking is to clam up. This must be Abra Cadabra. Inter alia and email. And Desi. Oof. Tough. That's a tough area. Alia, Desi, Iller, crossing abracadabra. Rent in the garment district. Like, this must be refuse, right? Garbage. Rent in the garment district would be, I don't know. Get out of a tangle, like untie might be. Charlotte, unit of doubt, a seed, and tidy some. This must be an eddy. And parted, like hair and seas. So rent in the garment district, like RIP, like rest in peace, or I guess, I don't know. That's kind of an odd one. Kind of belt is Bible belt. I'm going to say this is probably Oneida. Red something. Declares states red ear. Okay. And a bosun. Why not? Let's see. So I'm not sure about these initials, right? Like, so I'm going to try. Oh, it was Tib Bar. Tib Bar. So I had the initials right off the bat. EBW. Tib Bar. Oh, you're pulling a rabbit out of a hat. So here's my hat, and here's my rabbit, and he's going upside down because he's being pulled. Ugh. I mean, it's really smart. It's really clever. It's really an impressive construction. But man, I didn't get that. To be honest, I'm surprised I even figured that out now. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, and it's 8:42 a.m. and haven't had my coffee, so I'm surprised I got that. 11:21. Having said all that, 11:21 is a very fast live solve. I did stop and chat about a couple things. So overall, like pretty quick solve here, and it's kind of a cool idea. Although like it's like it's magic, abracadabra, those work well together. And I guess like be amazed and for the first time, like those are the things that the MC might say or whatever. But I don't know. It felt a little bit loose, but it is Wednesday, so like a looser theme is okay. I think I'm good with this. I think I enjoyed this, and now that I can see Tibar, that helps. So let's look at it. I'm still not totally sure what this means. I'm thinking it's the musical Rent, and it's R.I.P. like rest in peace because it no longer exists. But like I don't know. Ahi Tuna, Delish, Fee, Anakin Skywalker. I've said this before. I'm just not super familiar with the Star Wars universe, and so these are always a little bit of a challenge for me. Depression era, Contort, Rod. That always just makes me think of Super Troopers. I don't know if you're familiar with that movie, but Rod Farva, Easy Rod. So I enjoyed that. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, blah, blah, blah. It's not great, but it's. Oh, I'm just actually now noticing though. This is not an up down symmetry, like right, because we have the grid spanner here, which normally would mean we'd have one down here, but we don't, which means that this is symmetrical, like in half this way, not like diagonally or up and down. I don't really know what that's called. Mirror symmetry, maybe. Um, but that's cool. I like that, and especially for a magic puzzle, it's like if it is mirror symmetry, that's kind of feels on brand. Untie, and then this is kind of cool too. Like contort kind of works with it. Untie. I mean, I'm thinking of Harry Houdini escaping from shackles or a straitjacket or whatever, handcuffs. Kind of does all work together pretty well. E.B. White, yoga asana, seed of a doubt, urban, not. So not again. I mean, untie, not contort. A lot of these things like just kind of reinforce the theme, which is cool, and especially for a looser Wednesday theme. A snare drum. Camila Cabello's "Never Be the Same." I mean, I feel like you could just not have Camila Cabello here, and it's just like if it just said "Never Be the Blank," you'd be like, same. Get More Reorder, Bible Belt, great. Ewing Theory. Check out Bill Simmons. He's one of the best podcasters in the business. I don't really know what this is. I mean, the Oneida must have been a Native American peoples, but tough, crossing bosun, um, tough one. Avatar, like the movie, great. States, Pet Spa. That sounds fancy. No Meat. That's kind of an odd one. And this reminds me of the movie PCU, where the bad kids at the college throw meat at the vegetarian protesters. Didn't go over super well. Pre-med, Abracadabra, Raise, Iller. Iller's kind of an interesting one because, like, I don't know, in the context of like rap or something, like this rapper is iller than that rapper, like that kind of works. But like, I don't know, I'm more sick than you, I'm iller than you. Like, I don't know. Sergeant's Pepper, etc. at all. What an album! I mean, what an unbelievable album. The Beatles. So like, the Beatles have been gone long enough that I don't know. They're younger people don't like the Beatles in the way that I grew up. I mean, where the first time I heard the Beatles, I was like, oh my god, like this is crazy. But the variety of sounds that the Beatles were able to put out, and just like the constant progression, constant evolution in a relatively short span, they put out all these different styles of music and opened the door just for like everything. I mean, it's awesome. Also, the Sgt. Pepper album cover is like one of the great album covers of all time, and I don't know, lots to like about the Beatles. Those guys. Ali, Rays, Kiwi, and so that's like why New Zealanders are referred to as Kiwis because they revered the Kiwi. Too Long Didn't Read. That's probably a tough one for older solvers. Could be. Email, server, sure, icon. These all kind of work together. Like these are all like internet-y things. Like Too Long Didn't Read, email, icon, sure. Refuse. It's also interesting when you do a puzzle, when you create a puzzle like this, like how do you decide this is refuse and not refuse? Just you like this clue better than the clue you came up with for refuse? I don't know. Ironed out, parted hair and seas, H for hoe. I don't. Hoe, I feel like it's more of a digging tool, but what are you gonna do? Hell of a poem, Inferno. Never read Inferno. I'm sure I never will, but I'm certainly aware of Dante and his contributions. Overfamiliar is Forward, Emergency Rooms, Etta James, Ariana, Nom Nom. This is a good one that kind of reminds me of like Too Long Didn't Read. Just like this is a thing that feels relevant in the world today. Ideate, Rabbit Out of a Hat. The more I look at this, the more I appreciate the layering of this theme. So I like it. Tidy Sum, Tisks, Use, Nee, Lily Potter, Nee Evans. I don't know who Lily Potter Evans is. Oh, I was like redeer. That's a weird word, but it's a red ear, which I'm unfamiliar with, but sounds like a sunfish with colorful gills. So we'll give it to him. Reverb, bosun, into, be amazed, like beer. I like this one. And I mean, Miller specifically is like known, Miller Light. Tastes great, less filling. It is the quintessential light beer. So there you go. Water ski. I don't like. I'm not sure water skiing is necessarily an aquatic sport. I mean, I guess it is. It's a sport. It happens on water, but like I don't know. This sort of suggests like a competition or something. Participating. Like, what if I'm just skiing? I'm not participating. I'm just out there shredding around skiing. I just feel like this clue could have been maybe a little bit more precise, perhaps. It's magic, but then again, it's magic, so like precision is out the window for this puzzle. Nape of the Neck, grad school, Fred Astaire. It's funny, we've seen this name many, many times, and I always forget if this is an E or an A, but it just came up, I don't know, recently, last couple days, and it clarified it for me. Apparel, clam, Alia, Desi. That's such a tough area. I mean, Alia and Desi, I don't know, Doozy. Doozy for Desi. Rat on, all too easy. Two, that's a stupid one. And sin. So I mean, overall, like this was a nice puzzle with a cool theme that wasn't overwrought. It was just like it was a good Wednesday, and a lot of black spaces here, but that accommodates our hat that we are pulling said rabbit out of. So that kind of makes sense in the context here. I enjoyed this puzzle. It was pretty quick, but it felt challenging and it kept me on my toes the whole way. And I don't know, I thought it was like kind of a really good Wednesday puzzle. Just if we saw this on Thursday, it would feel a little bit too loose, I think. But no, I really enjoyed this one. So, anyways, that's all I got. I rambled enough for today. Um, and that's about it. I'm gonna do a live solve on Friday or Saturday before I leave town. Then I'm headed to Boston for a few days, and then Dad and I are flying Boston to Dubai a week from today, Wednesday, to have some adventure, and I won't be back till December. So, anyways, you don't care about my plans; you care about my puzzles, and I'm just trying to give you the update. But as always, I appreciate you joining me here for this live solve, and I hope you'll join me again next time. It should be like Friday or Saturday, as I mentioned. And hope the rest of the week treats you well, and we'll see you then. Thanks. Bye.